Leg day. Hope your day is going well. Uh, Apparently my not adductor, my spinal erectors are kind of weak. So I'm doing these hamstring RDLs, glute RDLs, lower back, GHR, not RDLs. We'll be doing those in a little bit. But did about 4 sets of those, and then moved directly over to squats. I was doing the hamstring GHR glute ham raise, just to pump up my hamstrings, and it worked for the squat, and it really improved my form on the squat here. And I do kind of think that there's a benefit to kind of pre-exhaustion, not exhausting it all the way, but there's a benefit, and it can potentially make you stronger as long as you're not going to failure. I think I went like maybe 3 reps left in the tank, something like that. But the volume I was doing for it was like 4 sets of 12 to 20. It's a decent amount of volume. So right now I'm kind of doing volume work, and I'm not wearing a belt or the Ray-Ban knee sleeves on the squat here, because sometimes those things, like the belt and the knee sleeves, they can actually make you weaker if you're always using them. So I wanted to just go like really controlled and slow on the negative on the squat. Not really doing negatives per se, but trying to fix my butt wink or lower back curvature, because I do have a little bit of it. And about a little over a year ago, I think I did a video on how to fix butt wink. I have pretty much fixed it, I think, but what the main takeaway with butt wink is, it doesn't necessarily hurt you, but it can cause your hips to become more tight, and it can cause you to have some type of hip pain, and also potentially leading to hip impingement, which I like to do mobility exercises for that, even though I don't have hip impingement. But I like to do all the prehabilitation, banded mobility drills and exercises for those things like hip impingement and shoulder impingement, because it also prevents it from happening if you do it on a regular basis, which would probably be like once a day, twice a day. Spend like 20, maybe 30 minutes on mobility every day with bands and lacrosse balls. It's really good to not necessarily get rid of scar tissue, but the lacrosse balls can unwind those nerves that will bind up and cause you constant pain throughout the day. So if you're like sitting all the time, and then you go into a squat or a leg day workout like this, it can be pretty hard to have a good workout until you do a pretty good amount of mobility, and or pre-exhaustion techniques before you do your legs or squats. And a lot of people do have problems with the squat, and that is a weakness like within itself. But I think that the main thing is people are either sitting too much, and they're not doing enough mobility. So I think it's really important, very important, because when I don't do mobility work, I usually don't have that great of a workout. So RDLs for the hamstrings and glutes, I think that I've caused myself some type of hamstring imbalance over time because I was doing too much like quadricep work and not really doing these RDLs or rows, barbell rows and RDLs and glute ham raise would be a way around to fixing that over time. And so what I'm doing is just really trying to find the bottom there and just squeezing my glutes on the positive when I'm coming up, and just trying to get the best like hamstring stretch as possible down there. Yeah, this is a really good workout, good day. I did quite a bit of volume, I think like 30 sets total, because I did like 4 the hamstring, I did like 6 or 7 sets of squats, and then I did like 5 sets of these RDLs, and then I was doing Bulgarian split squats, and then I was doing these, which is kind of, you see like a lot of girls doing this, but it's actually has a really good mobility benefit for the adductor. So another way to kind of relieve some of that pain if you have hips that are tight or hips that are painful, or a lower back that's painful, you could have some type of imbalance. And that's what I've noticed with me personally. When I do these less, when I don't do these as much, I tend to have those problems. So I don't have a cable machine. That's why I'm doing it with a band, and just really like squeezing and just making sure that I get as good a stretch as I possibly can. I know it's a little bit difficult with the bands, but this would be an alternative to a cable machine if you don't have a cable machine. And today I was snowed in, so couldn't get to the gym, and I don't have a cable machine, but these are a great alternative. Yeah, hip health is like something that I struggle with, and I think like going forward I'll probably be doing more pulling exercises, a lot more pulling exercises, and a lot more glute ham raise, GHR, and probably doing more rear delts, because they can get out of balance pretty easily. I would say like maybe about twice as much pulling as you do pushing. So if you're benching twice a week, then I would try to follow 2 of those days, or follow one of those days up with a pulling movement, maybe like half the volume of the bench, and then the other day or 2 days, so that puts you at like 3 days, you could do more rear delt work and rear delts, hamstrings or glutes, or back exercises like pull downs, pull ups, rows, inverted rows. There's like so many variations, but this was a different day, and I was like really burning out on the triceps, because also triceps, although they're not really a pushing, well, they're not really a pulling muscle, but they do play a huge factor in that. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing awesome. Comment down below. Go to my website, paxperry.com, for programs and other stuff, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.